I said before, I believe in our team. I do believe in our team. And we're going to work hard to make our team better. And I hope the players respond the right way. And it's not going to be for you. The fans, yes. Because if it was up to you, we're 6 foot under already. We're dead and buried and gone. Gone. And just because you got beat on the last play, that can't affect the next play. Or that's breaking you. Your frustration is breaking you. Just because you miss a block, or you get blocked, or you miss a tackle, or you fumble the ball. What does it take to break you?
Everything you put into it is right out in front of you. Let's go get this thing.
Oh, I just love the sound of that. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the Long Run with Piano Man. I'm your boy. I'm Piano Man, back for round 2. Welcome to everybody to come back with us and hang out with us for just a few minutes today and everything. But before I go any further, there's just some things I want to, well, first of all, let me do this first. I forgot my manners there. Stephen Hicks, what's up, man? Roll Tide. Susan Thomas, Roll Tide. What's up there? Susan, be sure and give 3 Stroke my regards. All right. What's up, Jones? Roll Tide. Truthful Jones, Roll Tide to you. Stephen again, Nick Harden, what's up with you? Roll Tide, my man. Latoya Business, what the business is. You know what the business is. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, let me see who all up in here. William Bryant, Roll Tide, my main man. That's my buddy there. Thank you, William. And you know what that's all about. Yes, sir. Bishop Frank, Dr. Newkirk, what the business is. Preach up. What's going on, Bishop? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Jeff Stapleton, it's Vandy week. You already know. What is it? It's the big payback. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's all about that business, and it's about to go down. It's about to go down. I'm just saying now, it's about to go down. All is well. Well, you know what? I'm just going to say all is tolerable in Bama land right now. And you know what? I'm going to do some things different. I was going to open up the phone line, but I'm not going to do that right now because I've got something else I got to go do because I'm not going to be on here that long. What's up, Dwight? My producer. But it's a couple of things that I want to put out there in the atmosphere concerning our Alabama Crimson Tide, right? Okay, cool. Just some things I want to put out there in the atmosphere, and I want us on the long run. And one of the things that I was sharing with a couple of people during my downtime, and just trying to get ready for this show and everything. The first thing I want to do, I want to thank everybody for just coming. I want to thank the 401k crew for everything that they do. Dwight being the producer that he is and keeps me, we try to keep each other abreast of stuff, but I just want to thank him for being the best producer that a guy could ever have and everything. And thank the 401k crew and the No Mercy crew and the Don't Give a Piss crew and the Laid Back crew and the Drinking crew and wait a minute, it's another crew. Okay, somebody going, and yeah, I know it, Nick. Like you and Latoya say, let me find out you like us a little bit. Well, I love y'all a lot. I don't like you a little bit. I love y'all a lot and everything. And I'm gonna be over here for just a few minutes today. I promise you. But all these crews that are within the crew, OG Gill and Steven doing a fabulous job with the No Mercy crew and Latoya. Wait a minute now, Latoya, which one are you in? Just give me a minute. Let me indulge everybody here. let me indulge everybody. Speaking of where Gil is working. Gil is working. He's a great American. Gil is working. You know, and Carla and Sissy, Kimberly, they in charge of that drinking crew over there. Yeah, Stephen is on No Mercy and Puff Puff Pass crew. Hey, Dr. Crystal, rolleth unto you. That's right. And let me see. Lawyers in the smoking crew, the laid back crew, and the don't give a piss crew, okay? But Latoya, it's another crew that we have. It's another crew that we have. It's the last one. Susan is anyway, it's so many crews within the crew, and I love every crew that's within the Piano Man with the Long Run. I love all my crews. I can't wait till Mardi Gras, because you know what, we might have to have our own Mardi Gras parade. The crew, you know, the No Mercy crew have their floats, and the drinking crew don't have their floats, and it's just gonna be one big party. You know what I'm saying? But I just want everybody to know that I appreciate them and everything. But also, not only that, your participation has it makes me think. All of you there in the chat, it makes me think. And wait a minute. Okay, I kind of like that one. But wait a minute. Wait a minute, Stacey. Hold up. See, that's the reason why I love my show, cause we come in with all kind of crew. But hold up, Dr. Crystal. I'm starting the Don't Start Nothing, Won't Be None crew. Okay. But I'm gonna need the Don't Start Nothing, the Won't Be None crew, and the No Mercy crew. I need y'all to kind of work hand in hand. So just in case something pop off, No Mercy will be shown. Remember that, Dr. Crystal, that y'all are working in conjunction with each other. Because I'm telling you, that No Mercy crew, I got to watch them. What's up, Stacy Go Dogs? What's up with you? What's going on? Wait a minute, Stacy. Hold on, let me get my start. Stacy said, I'm calling the police on all you that are smoking marijuana. Wait a minute. And especially Stephen for distribution. Okay. See, Stacy. Okay, Stacy. Stacy, you got me coughing now. You got me coughing, girl. You got me out of bed coughing. What's up, KT? Now, Stacy coming up in here, destroying the party. I don't know what's the problem. You know, Stacy calling the popo. But Stacy, hold up. Piano Man is a criminal justice major. You know, boy, this went out of hand already. Snitches get stitches, Stacy. Okay. Wait a minute, Steven, just be nice. Double L, what's up, man? Well, Stacy, let me ask you this question. What crew are you a part of? Now, that's the question. What crew are you part of, Stacy? Yeah, I'm going to wait on this answer. I'm going to wait on this answer. I'm waiting on Stacy to tell me what crew is she a part of. Double L, what's going on, player? What's up, player? Roll Tide. None of them. Well, are you starting your own? Are you starting your own crew? Have you started your crew, Stacy? Hey, J. Cole, what's up, brother? Roll Tide, God bless you. But Stacey, I'm glad you over here with us though, on the real deal. I just want to know, have you started your own crew? Everybody else starting theirs. From the No Mercy, the 401k crew, Stacey is the lone wolf. I don't trust them lone wolf. But can't be but one lone wolf in the group, and that's me. And you ain't running with me. No, and that'll be a no. Cause no, you the bougie bulldog. Nick, you don't engage in that behavior, do you? But listen to Stacy. Okay, Stacy is in the good girl group. She's in the good girl crew. Now you are probably running that by yourself. Oh my goodness. You probably running that one by yourself, Stacy. You in the good girl group. So all good girls go see Stacy. All the good girls go see Stacy. Stacy, I got a feeling you're gonna be by yourself, Sia. Stacy said none of them, but she has yet to tell me if she's the starter. Stacy, come on. What's up, Jacob Seminole fan too? Jacob, I'm glad you're here. Let me holler at you right quick. I'm gonna holler at you right quick. Jacob, believe it or not, y'all's game, you know, now I'm being real right here. I'm not being facetious at all. I'm talking real talk. Jacob, you all are gonna be playing for y'all's lives Saturday. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. You know, you all are playing for y'all's lives. Y'all, okay, Stacy. You in the good girl crew. Now, I'm gonna put you in that one because I'm the lone wolf. OGs, we you know, you ain't old enough to run in our crew yet. You ain't been through enough. You probably done been through some stuff, but you ain't seen what the OGs done seen. You got to look at him. If you're gonna run with the OGs, you got to pass the initiation. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. But Jacob, you all are playing for y'all's lives Saturday on a real, bro. On a real. Now let me just be honest. Let me just be, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jacob. I actually had y'all beating Virginia Friday night. I did. I had y'all beating Virginia. I did. Now, what you don't know, or what you got to understand is this. Y'all can't go down 2 losses in the ACC like that, dog. Y'all can't do that, Jacob. You can't do that. So I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure the University of Miami, it knows all of this, and them coming to Doak Campbell, and y'all get that war chant going. But see, this goes beyond now just playing Miami in Doak. No. This is now keeping you all from going 0-2 in your conference. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. And here's the other thing. And I know you might not want to hear this, and I know Seminole fans, especially the ones who don't understand the process, y'all, as you know, okay, I'm gonna go on and say it because this is my show. I can say it how I want to say it. And Seminole fans, I ain't talking to Jacob. I'm not talking to Panama Jack. I'm talking to these delusional fans who all of a sudden now you lose a game, and now you want to bring up the fact that just remember we beat Alabama. Just remember that. That's all that, and on my timeline in Twitter or X, if you will, that's all you're hearing them say. They're not even relishing and focusing on the fact that Virginia beat them fair and square. They're focusing on the fact that they beat Alabama. I'm gonna show you something else. Florida State fans, the delusional ones, are focused on too. You ready for this? They're focusing on the fact now. Now, wait a minute. Where's my oh, here we go. I'm gonna show you something. Here we go. Where's my ESPN app? Let me go to here. And let me go to here. And okay. Well, let me do this. Let me Google. And let me go. AP poll. Here we are. I want to go here. No, there we go. Right here. Here we are. Now watch this. Now watch this, Jacob. This for you. You're gonna like this, Jacob. You know. Here we go. All right. Here we go. We all know. Well, let's start it. Let's start at the bottom and let's work our way up. Let's work our way up. Get back. Get back. Number 25, Arizona State. Okay, Jacob. Number 25, Arizona State. Number 24 is Virginia. Number 23 is BYU. Number 22 is Illinois. Number 21 is Notre Dame. Okay. Number 20 is Michigan. Number 19 is Missouri. Number 18 is Florida State. You all dropped 10 spots. 10. Jacob, you're 3-1. All right, I'm gonna look up the ACC in just a second. You're 3-1. What's up, Dino? What's up with you? But the point that I'm making with you, the point that I'm trying to make to you is, for some of your fans that are sort of delusional, hold up, I got to see something. Hold up, I need to go back. The team that beat you is now number 24. Number 24. The team that beat you now is 24, and you all are now 6 spots ahead of them. Now, can I tell you something? That loss hurt y'all more than you know. And if you lose this one, as far as the top 25 goes, and everybody behind you wins, 9 times out of 10, you're out of the top 25. Now, that may or may not hurt you within the ACC realm, because especially, and here's your blessed part, especially if Clemson keeps losing. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, that there's a lot on the table for y'all. Now, here's the catch. All right, let me keep it moving. Missouri's number 19, Florida State number 18, Georgia Tech's number 17. Vanderbilt's number 16. Tennessee's number 15. Iowa State 14, LSU 13, Georgia 12. Georgia 12. Texas Tech 11, and Alabama is 10th. And Alabama moved up 7 spots. What's up, tennis girl? Clemson, huh? Clemson. What's up, tennis girl? Good to see you. Here's Alabama. Moved up 7 spots because they beat Georgia. And Georgia lost 7 spots. You see the exchange? It's an even exchange. It's even. Does Georgia play Vandy? I don't think so. Where's my Bible? Let me get my Bible. I'll tell you in a minute. You said Georgia playing Vandy? I don't think so. No, they do not. Georgia plays Kentucky. They go to Auburn. They play Ole Miss at home. Then they're open. They play Florida in Jacksonville. They go to Mississippi State. They play Texas at home. They play Charlotte. And then they close with Georgia Tech in Atlanta. So Georgia does not play Vanderbilt. Now, Vanderbilt, on the other hand, and we're going to go back over there in just a minute, but Vanderbilt, on the other hand, after Alabama, they have an open date. Then they play LSU and Missouri, and they play them in Vanderbilt. And then they go to Texas, and then they play Auburn at home. Then they're open again, and then they play Kentucky, and they then go to Tennessee. Now, Jacob, you're saying, and I'm just taking the time out to do this right quick, y'all. So I just want to show Jacob the importance of this, of winning in your conference. Winning in your conference. All right, so Vanderbilt 16, Tennessee 15, Iowa State 14th, LSU 14th, Georgia 12, Texas Tech 11, Alabama 10. Now, why am I saying this, Jacob? For all intents and purposes, big dog, y'all need you need Alabama to win. You really need Alabama to win. And then after 10th, Alabama 10th, Texas is 9th, Indiana is 8th. Then you got Penn State, they dropped 4. They're 7th. Texas A&M is 6th. Oklahoma is 5th. Ole Miss is 4th, believe it or not. Miami is 3rd. They lost a spot. And then Oregon is 2nd. And then Ohio State is 1st. All right. Now, I'm going to say this. Y'all, and now this is to everybody. One more time, Piano Man is going to tell you again, that top 25 from here on out is going to be a crapshoot. And it's going to be shaken from week to week. Any of these teams can lose. And especially, I told you all about Bama. It's 11 teams in the SEC and 11 teams in the SEC that is ranked in the top 25, and Bama plays 7 of them. Now, we've been defeated one who was undefeated. Now you got another one in undefeated with, guess who? Vanderbilt. And then the next week, we're playing an undefeated Missouri team. 3 undefeateds, back to back to back. And then we're going to play and I'm not looking ahead, but I'm just reminding us of our schedule. And then we're going to play a 1-loss Tennessee team. Now, I know Tennessee fans may not want to hear this, and I'm going to just say it. I know it's coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't, but Mississippi State should have beat y'all. They should have handed y'all that second loss. Well, hold up, Jacob. I saw you, man. This chat is moving so fast. I was just, hold up. There we go. I'm going to put up. Jacob said, Piano Man, I was just disappointed. The game day did not go to Tallahassee, but I get it. Yeah, simply because of Lee Corso and his relationship with Ohio State. That made a lot of sense. And I understood that. A lot of us thought that they would be in Tallahassee for that game. That would have been a good one. But, however, and on the other hand, they went to Columbus because of the fact that Corso is retired. He retired. And then Corso is about to make a guest appearance on game day here real soon. So I'm just saying, Jacob, man, you all are behind, in front of, on the side of the 8 ball. Did y'all know not only did Alabama break the streak of Georgia's home record? Stacey, don't get mad, but here we go. But did you know that Alabama also broke Georgia's streak of 70 quarters of them never leading in a ball game? They broke that because Georgia has always led in the game. Saturday night, they never led. Alabama broke streaks all night long. Alabama handed out first losses and broke streaks. I told you, winning settles everything. Winning settles everything. But Jacob, y'all got to win Saturday. It's a must-win game. Some people will say it's not, but for Piano Man's point of view, it is. Y'all don't, you can't, you don't want to go down 2 losses. I don't care what Clemson is doing. You play this game for yourself. If I were picking today, who would I pick to win? Florida State. Because they're going to need it the most. This is a do or die game. What's up, Big Dean? Roll Tide. Do you realize that from here on out, 2 undefeated team, a string of 1 losses, team up to, yeah. Yeah. Did you know when something goes from a hobby to an obsession? No, it's not good, Stacey. It's not good. It's not good, and you're exactly right. Now I'm just keeping that 100 with you. When something goes from a hobby to an obsession, that's not good. Especially when you don't have, and for most folks, obsessions become out of control. Obsessions become out of control, and that can happen for anything. So you're right, Stacey. I'm in agreement with you there. Don't exactly know what you're talking about, but I'm in agreement with the statement. I agree totally. And it can get out of pocket. It can get out of pocket real quick. Real quick. That's in anything. Anything. Better learn to do whatever it is in moderation and keep it above board. Just being honest, Susan said Miami's going to win. I don't know. Castellanos is going to have to ball out, but Castellanos' teammates are going to have to ball with him. What's up, Carla Hen? Roll Tide. The Florida State's going to have to ball with him. They're going to have to play lights out. Cause I hear you, Stacey. You're going with Miami, and I don't blame you. But I'm going to have to. I'm siding with Florida State in this one because of home field advantage, and then I want to see him beat Miami. I want to see him do it. Waiting on Vandy Candy. Me too. I'm waiting on Vandy Candy. Yeah, Cristobal gonna have his team ready. But Stacey, I'm gonna tell you this. When Miami gets outside of that ACC, because remember I told you all, and I'm going back to some things here in just a minute. Remember I told you all that Miami was, them and Clemson, I think, was picked. Wait a minute, let me get my Bible. Well, let me see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Clemson and Miami were picked to win the ACC anyway. Clemson is letting everybody down. Now, Clemson is playing North Carolina Saturday, and they're going to North Carolina. They should beat them. They should beat them. But, Jacob, I'm just going to say this, bro. You all need, for all intents and purposes, for style points, y'all need Alabama to win. Alabama lose, and y'all lose, you through. You're just about done. Gus is going to go crazy with the play calling. It's going to depend on maybe not. It's going to depend on how Miami defense is him. Now, I will say this much. Miami has a pretty good defense. Miami has a pretty good defense. I watched them play twice, I think. Miami has a pretty decent defense. But I'm going to go on and say this, though, Jacob. Now, let me go on and toot my horn here. But I will say this much. I believe that if Bama was to play Florida State right now, Bama would torture. Bama would torture. Oh, yeah. Bama would torture. Florida State would not be able to play Bama the same way that they played them in the first game. Not right now. Right here. They would not be able to do it. Yeah, Jeff. Miami has some dogs on D, but the only reason I'm going with Florida State simply because they're playing at home. And Florida State is in a pickle right now. Florida State is in a pickle right now. What's up, Sam Black? Congratulations, sir. Y'all, that's my youngest son, Jamal. Big Oregon Ducks fan. Salute to you, sir. Y'all winning Penn State. and put a blemish on their whiteout. Wow. Well, two-time, we're Bama fans, but aren't you a Kirby Smart fan? I hope you are. See, for those of us that love Alabama and everything, I hear you, Jacob. Good. Thank you for stopping by. You know what? Truthful Jones, your son is a Ducks fan too. Lord Jesus the Christ. Jamal started liking the Ducks when Oregon played Auburn in that national championship game, and he just fell in love with his favorite player was LaMichael James. I'll never forget it. And that's all he talked about. And he has been a loyal Oregon fan ever since then. So I can't say that he's a bandwagon. No. I wouldn't even say that about him, because he's a loyal Oregon fan. My other son Jeremy is a loyal Florida State fan. Now my oldest son Jonathan, Roll Tide. He with his daddy with that. But but I support my kids and whatever they do. But when they know they getting ready to play the Alabama Crimson Tide, don't come daddy's way. Or daddy finna eat you up. They know better. They know. But Jeremy wouldn't even come watch the game with me. I'm kind of glad he didn't go. Boy, I would have probably. He's a Florida State fan. He's been a Florida State fan for years. Susan, yeah, Jonathan and B, they ask about you from time to time. They ask about you. Susan had a chance to meet him at A-Day. They were there, and man, they cut up something serious. I can't take them nowhere. They just act like little kids with their grown self. But yeah, Jacob, I'm glad you stopped by. I know you had to go, but I think Florida State's gonna beat them because they have to. But if Florida State don't, they can kiss that goodbye. And the only thing they'll be able to say is, well, we beat Alabama, but you didn't beat nobody else. You didn't beat Virginia. You didn't beat Miami. Matter of fact, let me look and see. Hold up. Let me look and see. We're going to get on the Bama train in just a minute, but I just want to kind of start some things off with, just a little something different. Oh, your son, he is too. He's 41 and walks around with Ducks on every day. Now my daughter's Roll Tide every day. See, now your daughter's all right. Your son is just like mine. I don't know where we got them from. But they don't, they not what's up. All right. Now Florida State, Doug, what's up, DSGB84? What's up with you? Good to see you. Now, Florida State does have a chance. Yes, Steven. I'll get to that in just a minute. They do have a chance after they play Miami, Florida. They play Pitt. They go to Stanford. They should win that. Wake Forest, and then they go to Clemson. They play Virginia Tech, and then they go to North Carolina State, and then they go to Florida. So all hope is not gone, but I'll put it to you this way: they can't afford to flirt around with losing. That's all I got to say. Sometimes that one loss like that will set you back. It will set you back. But anyway, just thought I would throw that out there. But let me show you a couple things here, and then I'm gonna be on my way. First thing I want to show you is let's see what we got. That's not what I want. This thing. There we go. some things that I think that we need to. I want to bring in the Noah. Just kind of bring you up to speed on. First off, I'm getting all my info here from Tide 100.9. I've downloaded the app and I get news as they get it and all that kind of stuff. Double A, what's up with you? Roll Tide. Here we go. This is the first article, read part of it. Ryan Williams not flinching in the face of criticism. Okay. Sophomore wide receiver Ryan Williams has faced criticism over the past few weeks with his struggling performance against Florida State, resulting in him leaving the game with a concussion. On Saturday against Georgia, Williams dropped what would have been a 62-yard touchdown against the Bulldogs. Despite the drop, the Saraland, Alabama native still finished Saturday contest with 5 catches and 43 yards receiving. He currently the Crimson's Tide second leading receiver, 15 catches and 238 yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. Williams has faced criticism for his play on the field with drop passes. On Monday, Alabama head coach, and I was watching the interview or the presser, if you will. On Monday, Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer said the sophomore isn't letting the critics get to him. He knows he's just got to keep progressing, keep developing, keep working, DeBoer said. And so what I know I see on the football field and practice every single day is a guy that is working hard at it. We know how skilled he is, how big of a threat he is anytime he's on the field. I thought he responded well. He had some nice catches and third down conversions. Had a ball late in the half there. Had a ball late in the half there that was an explosive that helped us across midfield. Put points on the board. So I thought his response was really good. He stayed focused. And I think really what he's locked in on is the team. He's not going to be perfect. Okay, I want y'all to hear this part. This is coming from the head coach. He's not going to be perfect, just like any other guy. Let me read that one more time. This is coming from the head coach, Coach Kalen DeBoer. He's not going to be perfect, just like any other guy. We expect a lot out of him, and we built that up for him, and he certainly wants that. But you just got to keep taking steps, keep getting better, and he will. Keep working through it. But his desire to go out there and be his desire to go out there and be a team player, block. I mean, the want to factors are there. You just got to keep working on the fundamental things. He's not going to be perfect. He's going to be like everyone else. We make mistakes. Piano Man makes mistakes. The only one in this world who don't make mistakes is God. Haven't never made a mistake. The rest of us, we make mistakes, whether it's on purpose or whether it's not done on purpose. So whether you do something on purpose, y'all know what I'm trying to say. People are down on these guys. Now they're playing great. You know, you can only strive. Thank you, Jeff. You can only strive for perfection. And that's what working at it does. Now, I'm almost willing to guarantee you, he be in that situation again, I'm almost willing to guarantee you he pulls that pass in. He has to work on his blocking. And if anybody noticed Saturday, when after that, and it had nothing to do with the pass, he missed the blocking assignment. They sat him for a while until he could get his head on straight, until he could get focused. The coaching staff is actually doing what they're supposed to do. But leave it to some fans. It ain't never good enough. Leave it to some fans. We want to see blood and guts all over the place. Leave it to some fans. Now, I want to show you something, and like what somebody was talking today. Oh, I was talking with my brother. think that's what I was talking to. But here we go. You see what has happened in Arkansas, right? You've gotten rid of Sam Pittman, right? All right. And now you have Bobby Petrino as the interim coach. I'm just using this as an example. He has now expressed interest in the job. Just because they put him in there as the interim coach does not necessarily guarantee he's going to take the job or he's going to get the job. He wants the job, but that doesn't necessarily mean him being the interim, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get the job. Okay? Here's my question, y'all. Or William, you good, bro? You good? Quit worrying about that. Here's the question. I'm just using Arkansas, and I'm about to show y'all something. Who's going to want to coach Arkansas? See, it ain't like they just choose somebody and they go. Somebody has to express interest. Who wants to go out to UCLA after their coach has been fired? Who's wanting to go there? Who's wanting to go to Virginia Tech? Who's wanting to go to UCLA? Who's wanting to go to Virginia Tech? Who wants to go to Oklahoma State? Who wants to go to Arkansas? Who wants to go? Those are your questions. And let me tell you something about Arkansas. Arkansas financially is in a pretty cool state. Who's one of their main backers? Jerry Jones, the owner of who? The Dallas Cowboys. But who wants to go and coach there? Yeah, Double L, right. Only probably for a paycheck. But who wants to go there to develop players? Arkansas. See, the days of Darren McFadden and Felix Jones and all that crew, those days are over. Now, don't get me wrong. They got some ballers there now. But you got to have somebody to put it all together. You see what else Sam Pittman did today? He fired the D-line coach or the defensive coordinator, this, that, and the third. Bobby Petrino went in firing folks today. He did that. Now here's the point. After one game, and then, okay, we've gone through a transition period, and you're still going through one. And then people are calling for Coach DeBoer, and they're calling for this one, and they're calling for that one. Who are you going to get to replace them? And if you really think, Jimbo Fisher, maybe. But watch this, though, Diane. Watch this. Let me put you on big screen, Diane. Jimbo Fisher might want to, but you know what the problem's going to be with that? Is his past. His past track record with developing players. He had all that talent to come to Texas A&M, and they couldn't beat nobody. That's what's going to hold him back, probably from a big school. Somebody's really going to have to take a real chance on him. But the point that I'm making, this thing is not easy. This thing is not easy. So before we start hollering about LaToya Alice Golish, I'm going to whisper this and say this. Stephen kind of said it earlier. If the money's right, see, Alice Golish is in a good spot. At South Florida, he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. Now, I don't know all of what. Well, let me get my Bible again. Let me get my Bible. Hold up. I'm going to show you something. See, and this is what. Oh, they're in the. They're in that. Okay. I don't even have to go there. Here we go. South Florida is in that American Conference, and they're in it. So here we go. They're in there with Army, Charlotte, East Carolina, Florida Atlantic, Memphis, Navy, North Texas, Rice, South Florida's in there, Temple, Tulane, Tulsa, UAB, and the University of Texas in San Antonio. They're in that American Conference. Now, I don't know who's winning that conference, who's on top of that conference right now, but it's probably South Florida. Now, if he wants to, but now it's going to depend on what the conference is about to do and all that good stuff. But to answer your question, he could go. And remember, Golesh is an SEC guy. He was Tennessee Volunteers, and I know they miss him. He was their offensive coordinator. But the point that I'm making is the coach is saying they're working with Ryan, and all he has to do is play through it. I told y'all the other night, to me, he's in a sophomore slump. He's just what, 18 years old. He won't be 19. He won't be 19. He will not be 19 until like next year. Ryan Williams is still young. He's growing. He's developing. He's maturing and everything. You know, and I know some of us, you know, we got our own opinions and everything. He's getting this money. He's getting that money. But guess what? You make mistakes on your job too. You're not perfect on your job. You make mistakes. Just like anybody else. Let's give these guys some leeway. And let's let these coaches coach. Because trust me, because I'm bring some things to your attention. And did y'all notice that they did bench him? Did you notice Coach DeBoer, after that long pass, he got up in Coach Wyman's face? Did you notice? Let me ask you something else. Did you notice that there was a switch on the O-line, and when Ty was able to function in the pocket? Did you notice the switch? Did you notice? I ain't talking to y'all from a sarcastic and facetious point of view. I'm talking about the fact that, did you notice? Or were we too busy fussing? Did you notice that there was a switch there were a couple of switches on the O-line? And those switches, the switch up actually worked. And Ty was able to complete passes to certain parts on the field. Switch up. Did you notice? Did you notice that? Did you notice when and I'm almost willing to guarantee you some people might, and if you can tell me, yeah, that's one of them. But anybody notice anything else on the line? Did anybody else notice anything else on the line? Right now, they are pulling in, pulling out, putting in, putting out. They're doing this because they're almost there. Did anybody else notice that when at certain points and everything in the game, they bought it? Thank you. Formby was at guard. They brought him inside, and it worked. It literally worked. They moved Formby from right tackle to right guard. Thank you, Jones. And the pass protection was on point when they did it. And guess who they put at tackle? Michael Carroll. And when they got to interchanging, you notice the interchange? The interchange. When you notice the interchange and everything, then it was Formby. Then it was Gino Vandermark. Let me see. Then Michael Carroll. But every time they would put Formby at the guard, put Michael Carroll at the tackle. Did you ever notice they were very, very intentional about what they were doing? And when they put Formby at the guard, put Carroll at the tackle, That's when they were doing like boom, and Ty was back there, and then did you notice they would bring in Lottie Brooks? Remember him, La Sierra, but they call him Lottie. They would bring him in on certain packages, and he torched Georgia's backside. See, so before we get to fussing about stuff, notice what they're doing first. Did anybody notice? Didn't I tell you? Bama had only one 5-yard penalty. No. 1 5-yard. They had 1 5-yard penalty because they were 4 for what? 16? Hardly any penalties. Bama played more disciplined ball. Some of us, we want to get rid of folks, and you don't want to stick around to see what's actually happening. Didn't I tell you all that this would be a pretty cool game for Dijon Lee to cut his teeth on? Carla, girl, come on now. Come on, you and Jones. They beat Georgia in 2 quarters, and look what Jones say. Wait a minute. In a hostile atmosphere. All right. Thank you. Look, they're working out the kinks. And before you know it, I see the juggernaut about to happen. I went back and watched the Georgia game. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm still saying that there are some major kinks that still have to be worked out. But Bama played, listen, Bama played one of the most disciplined games out of all of the games we played this year. Saturday, they went to another level. I'm about to tell you something else. And Georgia fans, you ain't got to agree. For those of you that are listening, watching, looking, and lurking, you don't have to agree. Just say, yeah, right, okay. Y'all were not going to beat Bama. They had y'all's number. Bama had y'all's number by the middle of the second quarter. Thank you, Double L. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all better listen to Piano Man, because I don't be wrong. Listen. I don't be too far off the mark. There's a storm brewing. Didn't I tell you all Saturday? And there were just some kinks. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. There were some kinks that needed to be worked out, and it still needed to be worked out. But do y'all remember Piano Man telling you this game has the potential to get out of hand real quick? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was on its way, and Georgia had to make them adjustments, and they got very aggressive because speed kills. Just think, and I know we passed Georgia and everything, but I just wanted to bring some things back to your attention. And now it's Vandy week 2. I kind of think we got something for Vandy. Now, yes, Stephen, and it all stemmed from that first game. The first game. Hey, Bama Ball, what's up with you? Bama Ball 9, roll tide. Didn't mean not to speak. But it's some sweet things happening. And Coach Kalen DeBoer is at a no-nonsense stage now. This is his team. But they've flipped this switch, and everybody is taking accountability. I'm telling you now, it's some things that's about to happen, and you all are going to believe that you all are going to love. Hey, Anitra, stick around. You're going to love what's happening. About to happen. Some things about to happen. Okay, hold up. I saw Double A say something. But today gonna be my, I was gonna do a show. I was gonna do some calling, but I'm not right now. Georgia fans keep talking about not kicking the field goal cost them the game. My opinion, it wouldn't matter because Bama was lethal on offense, and that's true too. But that's not what cost Georgia that game. There's a lot of stuff cost Georgia that game. You want to base it down to a field goal and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. When a team done stopped you a couple of times in the red zone and you still couldn't do what you needed to do, Bama was letting you know then the defense done arrived. We know we're not perfect, but we're not going to let you beat us. Bama came to play. Bama came, and, oh yeah, and for those that might not agree, but can I tell you something? Lank was in full effect Saturday night. They let all the naysayers know who was the big cheese. Everybody hollering, Georgia. Only Nick Saban was on that game day set. Even Pat McAfee, who always said, give me Alabama, was hollering Georgia. Kept telling y'all I wasn't worried about Georgia. I'm more worried about Vandy. Now on the Vandy. I was asked in my downtime today, how would I, if I were on the Vanderbilt side of things, and knowing that I'm 5-0, knowing that I'm coming to T-Town, how would I play Alabama? So hear me out. Hear Piano Man's reason. Here we go. Now watch this. Hear Piano Man out. I were coaching Vandy. First thing I told this person today was there are two things that are very evident about Alabama this year. And here we go. Number one, we don't have Milroe this time. We don't. And if you go back and look at the game from last year, all of that wasn't on Milroe. See, that's what gets to me. When Bama lost, everything got blamed on Milroe. When you go back and look at the game, it wasn't just all Milroe. It wasn't. But here's the catch. There are two factors that's going to if I were coaching Vanderbilt, there are two factors that I would factor here. There are two factors that that would remain constant and it will remain on my brain. Ready for this? Number one, you don't have Milroe. Number two, you've got Ryan Grubb. Now, ever since, hey, Sugar Bell, what's up with you, Sugar Bell? What's up with you? Roll Tide. Now, here is a point to be made. Ever since the Florida State game, Alabama has been trending. What did Alabama do Saturday night? Let's go back to Saturday night for a minute. What did Alabama do Saturday night that was just real smart? They took a page out of their book when they scored their first touchdown against Florida State. What was that? They kept Gunnar Stockton and crew on the bench. Remember when Governor said this morning that, as pretty as it would have been for Ryan to catch that touchdown pass, it was best that he did. But let me tell you why. It gave Alabama a whole 9 more minutes and played time control football and kept Georgia's offense on the bench. If I were coaching Vanderbilt, I would not speed that offense up. I would slow the game down and keep Ty Simpson and crew on the bench for as long as I can. That's what I would do. I would try to get 4 or 5 yards here, 4 or 5 yards, first down, 4 or 5 yards, second down. 4 and 4 is 8. Make it a 3rd and 2. And then I would figure it out, get me 2 yards, another set of downs. Especially if I knew that Alabama had a trouble filling A gaps and B gaps. Especially if I knew Alabama's linebackers, Oh, speaking of that, did anybody notice that there was a mixture even on the defense? And folks were complaining about Deontay Lawson. But did anybody notice who that play that LT Overton made? Who actually blew the play up? Deontay shot that gap so quick and trailed the play. Cash Jones was never a factor. They thought that they would catch Bama slipping. Those gaps were coming, and I have to give Womack credit. They shot the gaps and played aggressive when they had to. Now, this week, you got to play smart, and you've got to play discipline. Now, I'm going back through this again. Go back through this again. Let me get my Bible. Here we go. Now, I'm going back through this one more time. When I look at the depth chart of Vanderbilt, I'm going back over Vandy again now. When I look at the depth chart of Vanderbilt, Junior Sherrill at wide receiver, Trey Richardson at the other wide receiver, Trent Hudson at another wide out, Isaiah Glass at one tackle coming from the left. Left guard is going to be Sterling Porcher. The center is going to be Jordan White. And then Chase Mitchell is going to be your strong side on your guard. Strong tackle would be Bryce Henderson, who was not a starter. But check this out. Here we go. But your next 3 players right here, Eli Stowers, the tight end, Diego Pavia, the quarterback, and Cedric Alexander, the running back. Those are, and your returning starters are Junior Sherrill, Chase Mitchell, Eli Stowers, Diego Pavia, and Cedric Alexander. I told you this morning, you have 6 returning starters on offense. The main guy on offense who is the main target for Pavia is guess who? Stowers, the tight end. The tight end. And he's going to go, he's a middle of the field guy. And you go watch him play. He's a middle of the field guy. And that's who Pavia looks for. But you also have to be careful of the fact that if that guy is covered, Pavia is going to take off running. He's going to take off running. Those lanes, those gaps must be filled. And we've got to react quickly to keep the yards at a minimum. Just being honest, because I'm going back to something else. Remember, I told you all this morning. Vandy's 2024 results. It was 7-6. Everybody some of us are all acting like Vandy. No, because it was, he's going to have surgery. He broke his foot, Carla. Quay broke his foot. It's broken. He has a broke foot. Harvey needs a fast spy on him. Yes, I agree. Just saying now. But they have 6 on offense coming back, but they really depend on Stowers, the tight end. Stowers, the tight end. They depend on him a lot. That's just the truth of the matter. They depend on him. This is going to be a case of where, no, he's not out for the season. He's not out for the season. He's just out. This just has to get healed. Not sure about the severity of the break, but they didn't say he was out for the season. Yeah. So here we go. On the defensive side of the ball, Corday Sidnor is your defensive end. He's a returning starter. Yilin DeCartra, he's a defensive tackle. He's a returning starter. The Razor is Miles Capers. He's the returning starter. Inside linebacker, Langston Patterson, returning starter. Randon Fontenay, he's on the star, returning starter. And Martell Height is your cornerback, returning starter. And Brian Longwell, returning starter at the other inside linebacker. Yeah. That's all. That's Vanderbilt. Now, our offense is going to have to play smart too. See what I'm saying? Now, it took Sab a year to come back, but I also, but we all know breaks in the foot are not equal. They're not equal. I mean, I know it's broken, but but this is where opportunity, meets preparation. Whoever's going to step up needs to step up. You're wanting the opportunity. Now you got it. Now you've got it. So next hungry dog, come to the forefront, please. But if I were a coach for Vanderbilt, if I were coaching Vanderbilt, I would personally, I would attack Bama's weakness and make it my strength. That's what I would do. Oh yeah, Kirby was out. Kirby had a confused look on his face. Kirby was outmatched Saturday, and he knew it. 2 years in a row, he's been outmatched. I'm just saying. Yeah. They got two good running backs too, Ephraim, but Pavia is their main feature because he pulls it a lot. Yeah, he might hand it off and everything, and especially if that lane is there for that running back, yeah, he'll hand it off. But here's the other part of that. The other part of that is he has not faced a defense of the Alabama caliber yet. And those guys are getting good. Hey, KT, what the business is, KT said something. Bama's weakness is speed. But not only is it speed, Bama's weakness is discipline. Discipline to curb that speed of the opponent. Still overrunning plays and not filling gaps. You see what I'm saying? Not filling gaps. Not filling gaps. Yeah, Jeff, and Utah State did score 35 points on Vandy's defense. And watch this. And Jeff, and this is the main important. I thought you would bring this up, but you didn't. And they did it, and they did that to Vandy in Nashville. The Piano Man lives by this old rule. If an offense scores over 21 points on your defense, anywhere between 21 and 24, in that area of your defense, and they scoring that many on your defense, you might want to watch your defense. I want to say this about this gonna be it for the Georgia game. Kirby rolled the dice and he lost Because here's the other part of that. Kirby did not want to get into a shootout with them. So he went for the win. He went for what he thought would work and catch Bama slipping, not knowing they were going to shoot that gap the way that they did. Have to give Kane Womack credit right there. He disguised that to the T. They did not see those gaps being shot like that because Bama played it, so they disguised it real good. Have to give, I'm just saying now, they disguised it real good. So the other part of my point is Bama this week is going to have to play a lot more discipline, because here's the other part of that. Georgia plays more of a traditional offense. Would you agree? Can you agree with that? Georgia plays more of a traditional offense. Vanderbilt, on the other hand, plays a not so or more of a charismatic offense. At the end is where Ty emerges as game manager. Also, he's most certainly a game changer. Exactly. Actually, KT, you're right. In the first part of the game, he changed the game. I'm telling you now, in the first part of the game, Ty was a game changer. Now, I know everybody don't view games the same. But in that second half, he was a game manager. And what was ran to perfection was the last first down that they got to seal the game. Once again, Kirby defense was no match for Bama's offense. Too much speed. Too much speed. Too much speed. Now, if Alabama and Georgia was to play again, no telling how to. Yes, I do. I just about know. Bama beat them again. Coach DeBoer coaches behind off. You get up in your defensive coordinator's face over a busted play like that, you working with something. And the defensive coordinator took accountability for it. Now, I'm also concerned about some of our DBs not looking alive either. And that's the other part, Ephraim, that bothers me. Pavia could find some leverage out there, or that might not be the right word, or he could find some love out there from his wideouts if our DBs, especially on that deep back there, don't play no better than what they've been playing. You can't let a guy like Pavia get hot from both passing and running. Still, I know, KT, you always gonna side-eye Kane. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I think it's going to be a good game. It will be a good game Saturday. But this is part of the revenge tour. This is part of the revenge tour. Just being honest with you. KT, you know what, dear? I couldn't have said that no better. Free safety. Better wake up. I'm like Whoopi Goldberg in what's the name of that show? Where she plays the nun. Know what I'm talking about? And they put that little song out. And the name of the last one was Back in the Habit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But she put out a little song that said, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. They better pay attention. Because good teams not going to do what Georgia did and drop that ball. Good team, they are going to attack that. It's Sister Act. That's it. Sister Act. That's the show. That's the movie. Sisterhood. No, Jeff. But it was a show out called Sisterhood. Or, no, Sisters. Yeah. But I say for Saturday, if I were coaching, I spy Pavia. And I probably would put Kirkpatrick Dre on it. And everywhere he go, I read his nose if I had to. Exactly, Ephraim, make him hold that ball longer, and that pursuit's coming. Because I'm about to tell you something. LT Overton put the world on notice the other night. He ain't playing no more. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Bray Hubbard, I'm going to say it again. Bray Hubbard, the FBI has a warrant for your arrest right now. Because that was assault and battery, what you did to Nick Frazier, to a point to where Nick was no longer a factor in that game. Yeah, KT, I need that. I need, but you know what? I actually need them. But you know what though, KT? I actually need them to do more than that. I need them to do more than bring the pressure. I also need them to play smart. And make Pavia or any quarterback make a mistake. See, that's what has not happened yet. That bringing the pressure, not only just that, but they have not played smart to make him make a dumb mistake. But you're right. Bring that pressure. But also, I want them to play smart. Play smart. Play a little smarter in bringing that pressure. See his tendencies. See a quarterback's tendencies, because all quarterbacks have tendencies. Even the guy that's across from you, playing from you, across from you, they have tendencies. Figure out their tendencies. Yeah, hit Pavia so hard he can't run and throw. Exactly, KT. Get in that film room and study tendencies. I know it's been a long time since I played, but that's how I thrive. I watch my opponent. I watch the guy I play in defense. I watch that cat that was over and I beat him every time. I studied film, but in my film study, a lot of time, I wasn't quite satisfied. So it wasn't until I actually got in the game and I watched my opponent do some stuff. And I said, got it. Because we are creatures of habit. And that's even on the football field. You're creatures of habit. Sometimes you do the same thing over and over again, and you think guys don't catch it. I notice everything. So with that being said, sometimes I got into a timing thing. Very few times I got called for offsides, especially on defense. I played D-line and everything, and I time it. I watched the center, his exchange with the quarterback, but I paid attention to the guy next to me. I watched his first step. I would counter his first step. If I know his first step was kind of, and I knew that the play was going to come in or come out, or he was trying to push me out, I'm pushing him back in. Therefore, to block the play and everything, at least it gave time for the linebacker to come up and offer me some containment. That's part of communication. And I would tell the guys playing off, or he's trying to get me into a dancing match with him where we gonna act like we slow dragging. if that's the best way to put it. I use my hands. That, man, I don't care if Johnny Manziel grandma gonna be over there on Vandy side with a pom-pom. Rah, rah, ree. It don't make no difference to me. You about to get kicked in the knee, and we just gonna punch you out, Manziel. And you can come and get some. Take your old self on somewhere and quit living vicariously through Poppy. Leave that man alone. Everybody studying you, Manziel. You mad because you couldn't make it in the pro either. Yeah. I agree with you, KT. Yeah, Ty was throwing dimes. But here's your problem with that too, though, about far as Jalen go. Some of that was on the O-line too. But then that's where the athleticism came out, and that's where the difference comes in. The athleticism came out. See, Ty don't have to do that. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. What you say, B Sharp? Man, in a few minutes, B Sharp. It's a few minutes, brother, and we're going to invade your space. We're going to invade your space. Roll Tide, B Sharp. Good to see you, my man. But all I'm saying is, everybody, is, look at the things that's going on before we start complaining, before we start griping, before this, that, and the third. Look at some of the little things. Oh, no, bro. What's up, bro? No, Vanderbilt is not on this Bama team's level. They're not. Matter of fact, they wasn't last year. We just had some meltdown. We had too many things going on. We had too many distractions and didn't take Vanderbilt seriously. Now, here's I'm going back to where I was. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, here we are. See, I'm going back to where I was, and let me start back in. And like I was just telling Jacob, number 25, and we talked about storming the field. We don't have to. We let teams do that to beat us every now and then, but we don't have to. But I'm going to tell you this. I forgot, in that Virginia game Friday night, when they beat Florida State, a lot of people, quite a few people were hurt. They got hurt. They got hurt. But I'm telling you now, they go. That's how you act when you don't win often. When you don't win often, you get hurt. You storm the field. But then when you upset a top 10 team, you sure enough gonna storm the field. You're gonna storm the field. You're gonna storm the field. It's gonna happen. Now, it won't be no field storming in Tuscaloosa this weekend. And I don't think it's gonna be any field storming from Bama's putting some things together. Yeah, 19 people were injured after that. Well, let me go back to what AA said. Yeah, I read that, AA. 19 people rushing the field. 19 people were hurt. That was almost like a stampede. And it's a wonder that some of the players from both sides of the field, it's a wonder that they didn't get hurt. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and if anybody was watching it, they was on Pavia. I mean, excuse me, not Pavia. Castellanos. They were on Castellanos. They were on him. And if it wasn't for security around Castellanos, they would have got him too. They would have got him too. Yeah. It's about, I wish people had more decorum. It's disrespectful to the game, let alone the players. I think go by the rules. The rules said if you're going to do that, you got to let the opposing team get off of the field. I don't think they really have a problem with you storming the field. Where I think where the problem comes in is that when the visiting team is still there. I think that's what happens when the visiting team is still on the field. But did anybody notice though now, so since we're talking about field storming, did anybody check out what happened at in Oxford? No field storming. None at all. Now I'm about to tell you why. This just in my opinion. Ole Miss, for the most part, beats LSU in Oxford. It's really no big deal. LSU just so happened to be number 4, number 3, whatever. Number 4. Can't remember. Hold up. I'll tell you in just a second. La-dee-dee, lo-dee-da. It's all them. Yeah, okay. Let me see, where's LSU ranked now? I know they're in the top. Yeah, they're number 13. They dropped 9 spots. See, this week was brutal, man. This week was brutal. Alabama rose 7, and LSU dropped 9. Both Georgia and LSU are behind Alabama. I mean, I know we don't get up in the rankings and stuff like that, but I do. But I didn't personally. I did not want Alabama ranked that high. I wanted them to keep working. I wanted them to work their way up through the ranks. I wanted them to work. Oh, you're right, Diane. Oh, ain't gonna be. You know what? Bama wins so much. Why you wanting to rush Saban Field? We win the majority of the time. Stephen, I don't think so, bro. But I know this. But now, the funny part that I like, I'm gonna tell you, and I agree with you, Diane, about disrespect our lovely Saban Field. Now, we ain't gonna do that. Nah, that's not gonna happen. But what I do like, and I don't like nothing about the Tennessee Volunteers. I don't like anything about them. Okay. But the one thing that is hilarious to me is when they do beat a team of if they had to beat Georgia the other night, I would have wanted to see them take that goalpost down and the cameras follow them down the street so they could throw the goalpost in the river. That is hilarious to me. That's hilarious. Don't ask me why. I'm just weird like that. But it is hilarious to me when Tennessee does that and them students come out with that goalpost and they going down the street with it and then they take it and throw it into the river. That is funny. That's funny. Oh my goodness. That's funny to me, man. That's funny. That is funny to me. That's the only thing I like to see is I like to see when Tennessee does that. That's like a ritual with them. Is that they're gonna tear that goalpost down and out the gate they go. What's up, Chris Cap? What's up? They're gonna work each and every week and keep polishing their style. Hey, Twister Windwalker, what's up, man? what Ray, I truly hope they're taking the season series each week is another opponent. Yeah. I'm talking about, and you're right, Chris. But I think that's what you're seeing happen. That's what you're seeing happen, right? Now in 30 minutes, I'm getting ready to go, y'all, because I got something I got to go do. But in 30 minutes, my brother B Sharp is going to be on at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. And I've got to find it here. I've misplaced it. I think I did it. Well, in the morning, I've got to find it because I don't want to give you all the wrong information. But there is a winner of the who all got the there is a winner of the score who came closest to the score. Now, I will say this unofficially, Icebox actually called the game unofficially. Now look at him, B Sharp. Hold up now. He said, bring the energy because we giving out KT Magic City Wing specials on the show. Okay. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard him. Bring the energy. Bring that same energy y'all got in this chat. Carry the Sports Shooters podcast. Sports Talk. Sharpshooter Sports Talk. And let's bring that energy. Game day is coming to depends on who's on the panel. Don't be so choicy. Come on now. It's wings we talking about. It's wings we talking about. It's wings we talking about. I don't give a hoot if all the Popes and the Cardinals on the panel. You talking wings, I'll bring as much energy as you want. We talking wings, but I can't win that because that's over there out of my jurisdiction. But if I was to win it, I would give it to someone, or I make sure be sharp. Now, wait a minute, be sharp. Hold up. Now, you're not going to put that up there. What kind of thing you talking about? What? Don't. I say, I know you said, I know what you're doing, be sharp. But wangs and things. What's the things? It won't be a distraction, Chris. It won't be a distraction. Nuh-uh. It won't. It won't. I believe they got revenge on their mind. I want to know what the thing is. That didn't come out right, did it? I just need B Sharp just coming back from Alabama. Oh, that's Twister. Okay. I'm just wanting to know from B Sharp. B Sharp, we got a new up and down the pole. Exactly, Brock. This game is personal. This game is real personal. That's why I have the word for the week is the big payback. Get back. KT, don't start. Don't start. You already know, Anitra. Because my mind, I want to know what B Sharp talking about and things. And here go Larry talking about up and down the pole. Hold it. This is a football show. Oh, see, now you got Steven started. What thing? Susan, don't you say a word. You ain't got. Why do we get to the end of the show and now we want? Now I'm getting ready to go, Twister. I'm getting ready to go because see, we'll do it tomorrow. I promise you. I'm getting ready to go, but be sharp. Oh God, hell, oh Lord, Jesus. Y'all, in 20 minutes, B Sharp is coming on. Bring the energy. Bring the energy. Bring the energy so you can get in on the wings and the things. Now, yeah, And Twisted, nothing Twisted. Nothing Twisted. Nothing. Yeah, Keith, ESPN. It's about to be pandemonium over there. Because, and notice, Vanderbilt is ranked behind Bama. You see what I'm saying? Wait a minute. What did Chris do? You know what? Only on the long run. Dwight, see, he go Dwight talking about wings and things. All I want to know, listen, be sharp. Wait a minute. Hold it. I'm gonna save my question for later. I just want to know what the things are, and is there a possibility that the A turns into an O? Be sharp. Is there a possibility that an A turns to an O? And Twister, we don't want ESPN on our side. We don't want, and Twister, I kind of feel you, but ABC is coming though, bro. So ESPN gonna be there. Mountain oyster. Whoa. Speaking of mountain oysters, Diane, nothing. Twister. Hold up, Twister. I ain't got but a couple seconds, Twister, but I'm gonna do this for you, bro. Okay. There you go. In my dollar bill voice. Twister, call in, please. Front and center, Twister. But no, Jeff, it's not the same team. It's not. And I believe, I'm about to say Auburn. I believe, I believe Vanderbilt is about to find this out. Speaking of so, hold up. Roll Tide Twister. What's up, player?
Man, I just came back from my hometown, man. Grove Hill, Alabama. I just came back to see family and homecoming, man. I just made it back home, back in Hattiesburg.
I hear you.
Man.
You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. It was just, man, it was good seeing my mom, my dad, my cousins, my aunties, uncles, my family. Everybody was doing good, man. Thank the Lord.
Did you eat good?
Actually, sadly, no, not really. But yeah, I ate breakfast, dinner, and lunch. I ate some. I had some roast beef. I had some roast beef. I had some greens. Yeah, man.
You ate good, bro. You ate good.
Yes, sir. Not too much, not too bad, man. I'm just glad we beat the brakes out of Georgia, though.
Yeah, we beat them. We got them.
Yes.
But everybody's been pretty cool about it. You know, they're still hurt, and I can understand. I'm gonna be through with Georgia, but I do have one clip. I'm gonna send it to Dwight. I do have one clip, and y'all please look past the colorful language and everything, but it is hilarious. I've been waiting on this dude for forever, Twister. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna put this up there, bro, and I'll let you know. But Twister, let me ask you a question. Going into this week's game, bro, just real briefly, what's your take?
Vandy, man, I was telling KB yesterday that we need to contain that quarterback, Diego Pravier. We gotta put two spies on him. We gotta put a spy on that quarterback. We gotta put one or two spies on him and try to seal the edges, man, because Georgia's running backs did run a little bit over that sideline to sideline. We got to seal the edges, man. Can't go mad. We still got to seal the edges, man. And Piana, man, we need a new kicker. We need a new kicker.
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
He shanked it again.
But here's the problem. He's not good. He's not good out of a certain yard range. See, so we've got to work on that. I ain't gonna say we need a new kicker. I think we need another one that will complement him from where somebody can kick that ball a little longer.
It ain't like he was kicking it and the wind blowing. He just kicking it. He just kicked it like he kicking it to the stands, man. It's like he shaked the dang on ball. I'm like, huh?
He did do that now, but I think it was on. I think too though, Twister, that angle wasn't the best angle for him. It wasn't conducive for him, and so he just missed it. Bottom line, he just.
Man, I saw that.
Everything else he got, but he missed that one. So we got to work on that this week. I do believe that you know.
And my favorite moments, man, my favorite moment of that game was the elephant with the football. That's what I'm gonna call it. The screen pass to Caden Parker, the elephant with the football, running all over them Georgia Bulldogs. And man, I wish he would have scored that touchdown. And make it so bad. The receivers was blocking for him.
Yeah.
They got ran over too.
And that's what the problem was. He ran over his own blockers. They were like right, Anitra. They were not moving fast enough. And the other part of that is too. Hey, Kimberly, you're not late, dear. You're not late. But the other part of that too, Twister, is this part right here, bro. That play literally demoralized Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It demoralized them. It really did, big bro. It demoralized them.
Yeah, cause I called it the refrigerator Perry run back in the 1985. That's a year before I was born. The refrigerator Perry touchdown run. It reminded me of William the refrigerator Perry running that ball all over again.
But I'm gonna tell you what though. But now refrigerator just ran a straight up dive play. This big boy ran a screen play.
I think one Georgia Bulldog. I think it was number 31. He dove and missed. I think the big man did a cut and made him miss.
Man.
I'm like, you made him miss. I'm like, you missed the lineman. I'm like, dog, that dude did a juke and make the dude miss, or he just didn't want to get hit or get ran over one.
I think it was a little bit of both of them. But the only thing they could do was plug up the lane there and everything. But Proctor didn't really give the play chance enough to develop so they could set up the wall because the touchdown was right there. If he had scored a touchdown, Twister, Athens would have been. They would have had to call the National Guard over there. The place was about to erupt if he had scored a touchdown. It was going to be pure pandemonium. Anitra, I thought I was the only one. I will watch that play. You said 100 times. I've watched it. I might not watch it 100, but I'm gonna tell you what. I ain't too far behind you. That play there brings a smile to my face.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Roll Tide, Kimberly, Stephen Hicks, Susan Thomas. Roll Tide to you guys if I missed y'all. But yeah, man, that and one more crap. They missed so many pass interference calls against us on Georgia, but you're gonna throw out one of our guys, that James Smith. You gonna throw him out for headbutting him in the chest, but you got a guy darn cornerback jumping like a wild leopard, hit Bernard on the side of the head, but you ain't gonna call a targeting on that. This man jumped about 30 feet in the air, looked like, and headbutt Bernard, even though Bernard shrugged it off, but that was a targeting. And they ain't seen it right there in front of the referee, and the referee ain't threw no flag. They tried to cheat for Georgia and everything. They didn't call nothing. Pass interference on Bernard. Pass interference on Ryan Williams. They didn't call it, but you want to catch us and pass interference and all that stuff, man. They really want Georgia to get back in that game. They really did.
But you know what? But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here, Twister, brother. What you said is true, and I'm gonna put it to you this way. Georgia, and you said it, and I'm waiting on you to say, but since you won't say it, I'm gonna go on and say it for you and everything. You said it, I said it, a few other people said it. Georgia has a Bama problem.
The Alabama problem.
They have an Alabama problem. Anitra, you need to stop, but I'm gonna put that up there. She said, I know them Mutt players still having nightmares from that, and they are. They are.
Yeah, from that elephant with the football. Yes.
Oh man, that wasn't no elephant. That was a darn deep freezer. That wasn't no elephant. That was a deep freezer.
I call it the elephant with the football. But then you call it deep freezer.
Wait a minute. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but I'm with Anitra. I know they are having flashbacks, nightmare, PTSD. I almost said something crazy right now. Let me leave that alone.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Yeah, you got a big 6'7", 375-pound lineman with a football in their face. I won't be trying to tackle him either. It's all remind me of the Mount Cody days.
Man,
but Mount Cody never ran the football. He was the fullback for Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson and for them back in the day. And so he was not running. He was the fullback, but they got him a screen. A big 300-pound man with a screen pass. Okay.
Whoever said, look here, Twister. Whoever said put him at tight end, that's another weapon for you. Dr. Crystal, I think you own to something.
Can they change his number? They got to have a tight end number like an 83 or something like that. That was a 74. Because we had another the defense offensive lineman. I forgot his name. I think his last name was Green. 1 minute he wear another number, even though he's an offensive lineman. They changed this jersey number to an 83, so they had him out as a tight end. He played for LSU. He played for he threw I think AJ McCarron threw a ball to him to 83 and almost scored a touchdown and set up for the touchdown. Because it was a game like that. They had him as number 83 that threw the ball to him, even though he was a lineman. But he caught the ball because he had the wide receiver number. They gave him the ball, and we almost scored a touchdown on that. And I forgot who scored the touchdown. He set it up for the touchdown. It was in LSU a couple of years back. Well, I think they might do the same thing to Proctor.
But I'm about to tell you this. The coaches from here on out, the opposing coaches, they're going to be watching for that because here we go. If you go back and watch the game, I think a couple of times Bama toyed around or flirted around with that same set, and then they audible and bring Patricia Purdue roll tide, and they roll tide
Patricia Purdue.
They would bring Proctor back in at the tackle, and they would run the play right, and then they would get back out there again, and he would audible again, and then pop out there again. But that next time. They actually ran it, boom, pow, froze the defense. He called it, and the rest is history. I'm telling you now, if Proctor would have scored a touchdown, they still would. I'm telling you, all of Sanford Stadium, everybody, if they would have had to call out the National Guard. They would have called out the ambulance and everything, because there would have been some CPR given up.
Oh, them over had a heart attack. Well, I'm telling you,
Fred Sample would have been proud because it would have been 90,000 people with the big one.
Elizabeth, I'm coming home.
Put the refrigerator and the deep freezer around my neck.
Well, that was like one of my favorite moments. Other than that, man, Ty Simpson didn't do what he do, but Ty Simpson did light up that defense up. Not as much.
I'll tell you what. I'm finna tell you what, though, Twist. I have to disagree with you on that. Ty sliced them and diced them. And my favorite moment was when Ty scored and looked at that Georgia student section and went,
"Shoosh." I was talking about he ain't put that many yards on him. Like he had like 270 something. I thought he would go for 300.
Let me see. Hold up, bro.
Go ahead.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Because when they went back and did some stuff, hold up now. Oh. Hold up. Here we go. I'm going back to here. And I'm going right here. Let me go back to this box score. Hold up. Because you bring up a good point. Ty Simpson, yeah. He threw for here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson. He was 24 out of 38, 276 yards. He did 7.3 yards of average, two touchdowns, no interception. He had a QB rating of 90.1. Now watch this now. Gunnar Stockton was 13 of 20, 130 yards, 6.5 yards a pass completion, one touchdown, no interception, and a QB rating of 78.6. Ty QB rating was 90.1. Gunner's QB rating was 78.6, which kind of shows you Ty literally sliced them and diced them. He sliced them and diced them.
He did.
From that standpoint, he sliced them and diced them.
But Ryan Williams dropped that touchdown, man. That would have been beautiful, man. He outran both of them too.
Go ahead, Twister.
And Ty dropped it right on the money, man. He just dropped the dang touchdown. He had it right on the money. Ryan Williams beat both of those Georgia defenders.
Yeah, but I told you all Georgia defenders, they're overrated. The fans are overrated them. They're always talking about their DBU. I can take you back to years ago and show you when they're just playing Bama, how Bama wideouts have always gotten an advantage over the Georgia defenders. I'm telling you, Twister, listen to me now. Those guys are overrated, bro. They're overrated. They're real overrated. Number two, Jeff, if you're looking at the screen, Jeff says something. 13 third down conversions. That's what beat Georgia. That's what beat them. Kirby Smart even said it, bro. You can't win if you can't get off the field on third down.
Because every time he was on third down, he completed it.
Every time, third down, it was money in the bank. It was money in the bank, bro. It was money in the bank. Now, Susan said this, and I think you're on to something there, Susan. Put Proctor in the red zone, and he'll get the TD. I think so, too. But I'm going to tell you something else.
The Mount Cody position.
I'm going to tell you something else. I don't think Proctor the only one they working with.
Oh, you thinking somebody else?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta look at Ryan Grubb now. Ryan Grubb worked his magic, and he pulled that out at the right time. It was more of a gimmick play, but it ended up demoralizing them. Those plays like that are actually gimmick plays to demoralize a defense. Yeah, you want to score, but one of the main objectives is to embarrass you. Grubb and company embarrassed Georgia on that one play. On that one play. I'm just being honest, man.
I think how many yards that big man ran? Proctor ran. Like how many yards? About 7 or 8 yards?
I'm getting ready to see right now, bro. I got you. Hold up. Glad you brought
That was impressive. That's the reason I said it. That was impressive for a guy his size to move that number like he did.
You know what? They didn't even put it in there. Hold up.
Yeah, I call that the elephant with the football, man. The elephant screen pass to a freaking 6'7" weight, 375-pound man. I'd be scared to tackle him too.
Man, I would just let him go on. I was a coach.
Man, me too. I mean, you can have that touchdown. I ain't gonna die for this. I ain't gonna risk my health for this. And that old dude just dove and just missed. I'm like, what?
They didn't list him. Here it is. 11 yards, bro.
Wow.
11 yards.
That's impressive.
One reception for 11 yards. So, but listen, Twister, we got to go.
Okay.
Sharp is starting like right now. We want to go.
I'm gonna drop down.
Go support my brother because he's always supporting us, and we're going to support him. I'm gonna be on a little later, but I am coming as I always do. But let's get ready to go and support Be Sharp. Proctor was bulldozing. Now in the morning, and I appreciate you as always, Twister. You man, dog. And I'll see you sometime tomorrow, brother. Roll Tide to you.
Roll Tide to you too, sir.
All right. God bless you, man.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right. Twister, my main man in the house. Okay, y'all. We on our way. Be Sharp. We are on the way. But listen, thank you for 2 hours. We always try to make it happen twice on Monday. And sometimes we do it twice every day. But Roll Tide, everybody. See you in the morning. Remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I want everybody to have a good day. Since B Sharp wouldn't answer me about what the things was, I guess I have to come over there and find out what thing he talking about. Right. So anyway, y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all in the morning, and y'all be safe. Roll Tide. God bless. I'll see you in the morning. Piano Man is out. Thanks for coming. And as always, Roll Tide. See you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, don't forget, I will I'll find who won the about the score and everything. I think I remember who it was, but I want to make sure that I'm accurate about that. But and then don't forget that the word of the week is what? Payback. With Pavia on his back. All right. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's go to Be Sharp. I'm out.